Good afternoon to one and all present here.
Good afternoon.
First of all, I would like you all to give an introduction about your own selves and the background from where you come and how you decided to be here in S-VYASA today.
Okay. I am the Chancellor of this particular university. Originally, we were a branch of Vivekananda Kendra, Kanyakumari. In 2002, we became a deemed to be university. For nearly 20 years, we have been functioning as a yoga university near Jigini. This year, we extended our service to the engineering graduates, to the business administration graduates, and to the commerce graduates and postgraduates. Our aim is everybody should have a yoga background to have the harmonious health. Physically, they should be strong. Mentally, they should be peaceful. Spiritually, they should be supreme, sublime. With that intention, this year we started this particular university. I am glad there are many takers. Vishwaguru India can become only through yoga. Harmonious health, wholesome health is possible only through yoga. Whatever may be your profession, you are essentially a human being. And with that, humanism cannot be dispensed with. Therefore, three things under yoga we try to practice. One is moral uprightness. Two is ethical excellence. Third is spiritual sublimity. All the three put together is yoga. That this center is doing very, very well in a modern way. To the modern person, yoga is being taught, they are practicing. I am glad very good work is being done here.
Thank you so much, Chancellor sir. It's been a pleasure to visit the campus. My name is Ramasubramanian. I am the business leader for IBM Education Space for India and South Asia region. And I take care of education in colleges, in universities, especially technical education for technology students as well as management students. I've also, in my stint with IBM for the last 25 years, I've also worked closely with schools and various branches of engagement for skilling, especially even for people who are working in the industry. So we are very glad from IBM, sir, to be part of this initiative. And we are now, in fact, today we have signed the agreement with SVYASA University, IBM, and we are launching a Center of Excellence in campus. It's called Innovation Center for Education, through which, as I said a while before, that we are going to provide skills to students, not only in campus, students who are part of SVYASA University. Chancellor sir has also agreed to open it up, the gates for students from other universities and colleges in Bangalore. And we are also, in fact, opening up for industry professionals to upgrade their skills in these technologies which are specifically used in the industry when we talk about cyber security, artificial intelligence, data science, we talk about blockchain, IoT. All of these technologies are going to be taught here, and there are going to be certifications, diploma and undergraduation programs which are going to be running out of this campus. So I am wishing all the very best to all the students who are going to be part of this engagement, and wishing all the very best. Thanks.
Thank you for inviting me here. I am right now the Vice Chancellor of Kannur University. Basically, I am from QSAT. I am still holding the charge, the head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, QSAT. Very pleasantly surprised to be here in S-VYASA. In fact, one of your promoters, Sri Denny, is my very close friend. We have been associated for quite some time. Not in any business, he is my very close friend. So he happened to call me for this book release. In fact, Sitaram sir is also well known to me. I was pleasantly surprised that the status of this university is very, very young university. The building is very young. and not unexpected because you have a yogi at the helm of things. So it just exemplifies what a yogi can do. In fact, if they given the charge, what can be done by a person who has that sort of values. So how we can take a university to what level? So that is one thing that you are seeing in certain states also what is happening. In fact, very happy to be associated with this book release, which is the need of the hour. Because day in and day out, you see statements like tomorrow, you might be jobless, and Elon Musk comes out and says that tomorrow you might be having a minimum universal pay. All of you would be jobless. So there are so many things coming out in this world which has to be clarified. And IT and QSAT was the university which started the BTech Information Technology program in the country. It's a pioneer in information technology. And this particular information technology coupled with machine learning and all these nuances that the new whatever nomenclature that has come, it's long back we have been teaching that in mechanical engineering. It's basically in robotics. So there I will answer your questions on IT separately, but still what I understand from this university is that this university is actually concentrating on certain values which is lacking. Now you look at the papers, what is happening, you see the papers, unthinkable incidents are happening. People have lost all sort of morality, all sort of values. There are no ethics that is happening. I don't know what the world is coming to. So it is time that we stop this, instill some human values into students who are coming out, catch them young and start instilling that. Otherwise, we are not sure. It is not IT that I am afraid about or the artificial intelligence that I am afraid about. I am afraid about the mentality of the people who are going to graduate out of universities. That is where the entire focus should be. And there I think S-VYASA is doing a good job. I wish them all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Also, I would like your opinion on this one simple question that I have. With the AI revolution happening currently, all the students, most of the students we see have access to AI tools now. But there is also a huge chunk of students, since we are the most populous country in the world, we have a huge chunk of students who do not have access to this as of now. How do you think, sir, we can bridge this gap between the two and ensure that, our youth is on board with the revolution that is happening and they benefit from it to the fullest capacity?
Yeah. Would you want to take that?
I'll just try to say one sentence.
Please.
As communication skill is an essential component of educational system, values are a component of the educational system. Similarly, right from the primary level, AI has to be introduced because tomorrow everything belongs to artificial intelligence. The initiation should start as early as possible. These three must be compulsorily inducted into the educational system. Sooner the better for the welfare of the mankind.
I completely second your thoughts, sir. In fact, I was about to say, my son is already learning AI, starting from class 3rd onwards, he was learning. And values and communication, as sir pointed out, and also sir pointed out, that are kind of, I won't say completely missing, but it's kind of taking the back seat now. And students are not putting that kind of an importance to each of these components. Value system takes you to places where you can't even expect yourself to be, and communication helps you communicate what your brains are talking about, right? So both are essential components for your personality development as well as your growth as a human being. And artificial intelligence is not just one technology. It has many facets coming into being. You talk about data science as the core heart of the AI. And without that, AI is it's basically toothless tiger, right? And when we talk about blockchain or cyber security, you talk about IoT and cloud computing for that matter, all of these are kind of helping hands. These technologies go hand in hand when we talk about AI coming into play. And these days, AI is not just there for IT world, for that matter. It is now across the different domains. We are talking about AI coming into play. Starting from healthcare, you talk about agriculture, weather predictions. You talk about manufacturing industries. Everywhere you can see artificial intelligence playing a role there. Even including schools and colleges, we talk about students learning, how they are learning, the cognitive part of it. Cognitive learning, there is a cognitive analytics which comes into play, so that the faculty knows that out of these 30 students sitting in my classroom, what are their learning abilities, what are their learning growths happening, where are the interventions required. All of these are possible through these technologies coming in handy. So yes, indeed, to answer your question, we need to not just be looking at a physical building to provide these learning, because that will be constraining your numbers. We can now, with technology coming in handy, online is the way to go. The same learning can be provided online with a VR, AR coming into play, and completely a faculty training the students from wherever. Entire globe is available. So all students, we are Vishwa Guru, we are getting into that level. So I think we should be looking forward to providing skills to the entire globe, and why not SVYASA takes the lead there. So yeah.
So, would you like to say something on that?
Yeah, in fact, I actually agree to what the Chancellor has said, but then there has to be a very clear demarcation between what is AI and what is automation. So I think around 70% of what you categorize as AI is simply automation. So I don't know in what way, because the industry, the automotive industry has automated itself. That is why we lost the job. It has nothing to do with AI. So most of the things that you see classified as AI, I find that most of them, around 70 to 80%, is simply automation. You have sensors, then you automate. That's it. AI is something which maybe your chat GPT or the DeepSeek and all those things. Still, you see, you have got a natural intelligence. Now you look at all the diagnostic tools that doctors have. Now you don't look at a doctor as such. You go to a hospital. You are not actually looking at a doctor. Which hospital has got the best diagnostic tools? Because you are depending on that. You come to that stage where you don't depend on human intelligence is going to be a little bit of a problem, because naturally what happens, your brain has a capacity that it, even if you work more, then the brain is more active. And you just you don't use the brain, then it's going to be redundant. So that's what is going to happen now. So now the problem is, I was just telling the example of Digi Yatra.
Yeah.
So Digi Yatra, you know what is happening? You punch in everything and you go to airport, and then you scan your face, and then it takes a bit of time. Then you can go inside. So I'll just ask you one question. If instead of Digi Yatra, it was my friend sitting there, immediately he'll recognize and ask you to go inside. So that is a totally. In fact, my friend who is sitting there, if he's having a problem with maybe a brain fade, or he has got a loss of memory, then AI can actually augment and tell that, okay, you have 20 choices. This might be your friend. So you should look at AI as only an augmenting tool right now, because as somebody said, we are at the inception stage, and later on it has to be developed to a level where you have to use it intelligently. You have to set the mark, because intelligence is intelligence. Artificial intelligence is artificial intelligence. So just keep it at that level. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful insights.
Thank you.
I would ask one last question I'd like to ask you. How was your overall experience on campus? How did you like this new campus that has been set up? Because it's quite different from Jigme. I just want to ask you about that. So.
Yeah, I think this is my second visit to the campus. Last week I was here. Last week I couldn't get a chance, because I just went into a meeting and then exited out of it. But this time I had a few moments where I could just walk around and see some of the students are really, really doing wonderful job coming into with using technology into play. And I could also bump into a couple of students, just ask them what they're doing. The way they explained also was very nice. It was not just a blunt yes or no. They were communicating well. So these are some positives that I could see immediately. and also the kind of environment that you have set up here. It's such a sir, I think your vision comes into play here. Such a wonderful environment for learning, and I think because of the background of the yoga coming into play, I think that peace of mind comes into play immediately the moment you walk into the campus. I think the students are going to have really a wonderful time learning and also developing themselves as a human being. So wishing all the very best to the campus and the students there.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks.
It was lovely to have you.
Thank you.